Well, we're gonna try this again. Last video didn't turn out so good. You got some construction going on behind me in the room behind me in this building. So we'll see how this works, and I'm gonna try to tie this again for you. This is a my version of a Frenchie, just like a pheasant tail Frenchie. I use it a lot, Euro nymphing, size 14 and down, pretty much for the most part. A lot of different beads, 3.5 beads and down. You know, this one I'm tying with 3.5, but this one also works good with a 2.8, 2.5. Just get you in different strike ranges. We're going to pop this one up, and we're going to tie one up for you guys. Okay, so we're coming in with a Ahrex 554 check nymph hook and a 3.5 millimeter tungsten bead in black nickel from a fly tying source. The thread I'm using is Vivis. Sorry about the noise. It's a Vivis A dot. This thread a lot for nymphs. It's very strong and still real thin. Doesn't build up, you know, super bulky bodies. So I'm going to come in with a piece of 0.025 lead. Just to hold our bead in place. We're going to push that way up into the bead. Secure it down. I'm going to trim this so we get a nice little taper going in our body. Thread moved. And then we're going to tie back to our hook bend. And we're going to come in with our pheasant tail. I like using about 7, 8 fibers, something like that. This is a brown pheasant tail. Just going to leave a little bit back here for our tail. I like my tails pretty short. And just tie that on top with a couple wraps, and then we're going to clip off this excess, but we're going to keep this and tie it back in a second here. It's going to advance up our thread up to our lead there and attach in our copper wire. This is uni wire, the smallest size I sell. Copper color. And then we're going to reattach our pheasant. Make sure we tie those tips in, tie back to where everything is stopped, and then we're just going to smooth out our body with our thread a little. Nice little taper to it. We're going to end with our thread up here by our bead. Looks like you guys are moving. Okay. So now we're gonna spin this up a little bit. We're going to advance our pheasant tail fibers up the hook. Give them a little bit of a twist every once in a while. Just keep them together better. Okay. And then we're going to tie these off top. Trap it with one wrap, another wrap just to secure it down. Clip off our excess. And then we're going to counter rib with our wire. So that means we're going to, ooh, just broke one of the pheasant tail, but that's okay. We'll cut that one out. And that is exactly why we're doing this counter ribbing. So we're going to counter rib it the opposite way of the way we put on the pheasant. trap it with 2 wraps on top. We're going to cut out our wire. And then all we have left is going to make a real small, sparse collar of ice dub. This one we're going to use ice dub, the Peacock color, but just by changing the color of this thread, you can have, you know, just a lot of different hot spots on your nymph. You can tie it with a chartreuse or a fluorescent orange or something like that. This one's just going to look very natural and subdued. You can also build this thread up with a thicker thread, or just by building it up more, it will give you a thread collar in here too, and that just for more hot spots and color options. So there, we got our thread off, and I'm just gonna come in with a little bit of UV. I'm just gonna stick this with this is Solarez thin, and they're drilling now, so hopefully you can hear me. And just seal that up. Trim off our little stragglers. But that's it. It's our pheasant tail Frenchie. This is, once again, this is a size 16. I like these in size 14 and down, pretty much. Just a great all-around attractor nymph. All the materials are available to tie this fly in our online store, as well as here in the shop. The fly should be available here soon. I'm just going to try and build up a little bit of a stock of them before I list them. And thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on Monday. Jeez.